some things out here and, some laws, and just talk about me as press out here and what law enforcement is doing to hinder my rights here as press and in my personal capacity as a peaceful protester. We've got a lot of laws being violated out here in Chatham County, lots of them. We have watched law enforcement doctor affidavits that they have turned in, doctor them. And here's a prime example. We right now of law enforcement out here with a gentleman that lives at 529 Buckhalter, taking a bat out to assault peaceful protesters. They omitted that from a report that they turned in under oath. That was law enforcement that did that. We watched another law enforcement, big fat guy, looks like he was a little irritated because he got taken away from his multiple meals a day, come out here and on camera said he knows what he saw, and he saw Dolly touch a woman. We have since disputed that and debunked that. We know now that Dolly, after a woman was, which again, the assault on that woman, we saw with the car going up to her as she's cleaning the fish off here because Billy Joe decided to litter and dump garbage in her front yard, or excuse me, on the public easement, which again, $500 fee, but that's not applied to this family here. So we've got law enforcement deciding which laws they're going to uphold and which ones they're not going to uphold here in this county. I am out front of this home to prove a point that they cannot stop me as press from reporting a news case. We have been covering this case for weeks. I have every right to be here just like everybody else. They are trying to tell us we need permits. According to the ACLU, that is not true. We're not impeding traffic. We're on public easement. We are doing everything lawfully that we are supposed to be doing. The people that were arrested out here, we were never even associated with, and they are driving the narrative. Here's the problem. Mainstream media out here is throwing up and parroting everything that law enforcement wants them to parrot. That's the difference between us, alternative media, and mainstream media. That is the difference. Because right now, I looked at the numbers of mainstream media, and they are mad that YouTubers are out here dominating the news waves, covering a case that they're barely on from their own media sources. Do you know that we have had more views on my show, Dolly Vision Show, Justice for All, Chronicles of Olivia, Marissa, than all of the news outlets around here combined? So now we have media also deciding to attack us, even though by attacking us, they are attacking their own rights, which is insane. Insane. Give me just a second. Sorry, guys. We have assholes out here. I just want to say that people have doxed a phone number of mine. It's a Google phone number. That is why it takes me so long to respond. It's a Google number. Like, these people are idiots. Like, I literally turn it off and I don't even see it. It doesn't even ring, nor does it even bother me. But still, you took my phone number, which is private information, and one of 10. Now, mind you, I have 10 phone numbers. One of 10, and decided to dox my phone. So I just removed the app. No problems. No problems whatsoever, right? I am using a completely different number now. So good luck for you guys. I will be turning that back on whenever this dies down. As you know, I rotate phone numbers, as many of you that speak to me realize. So when things start heating up, all I do is just assign another Google app number to my phone, and I'm good to go. Literally good to go. But here's the problem. Law enforcement failed. Now, mind you, they said they had 50 calls. Let's think about this. They had 50 calls to this location, yet they failed to protect us. They failed to even post a law enforcement agent here to find out what's going on. They did absolutely nothing to protect the people out here. According to the ACLU, whenever you have opposition, so you have opposition protest, counter protest, as people would like to call it, law enforcement is to separate those groups and to make sure that those groups are separated so everybody can peacefully protest and have their voices all be heard. You guys heard me the other day begging law enforcement to just move them on the other side of the driveway, and they refused, putting us in harm's way. A woman that just utilized her vehicle, her very own vehicle, to try to hit somebody cleaning up the fish that this grandmother used to desecrate her own son's area, her grandson's area. The grandmother did that. Despicable woman. Very despicable woman. I am allowed here as media to say whatever I want. I don't have, that's the power of media. I don't have to drive the police chief's narrative. I'm allowed to be an independent thinker. I'm allowed to utilize my reporting for my opinion, not somebody else's. So, that's the power and the beauty of YouTube and the beauty of the Constitution. These are the people that put on a badge when they give the oath. They give the oath to uphold the laws and the Constitution. Do you know that they violated the Georgia Constitution? Do you know that law enforcement violated the laws of Georgia? You know that? The Chatham County Police Department has no idea. I know more about the law than the people that put a badge on that are in charge of upholding that law. This is not going to end well here for Chatham County Police Department, because I am officially saying I'm going to do whatever I can. And this is my intent to sue Chatham County Police Department for the multiple violations they have perpetrated upon me, that they have perpetrated upon Jimmy, that they perpetrated upon every single protester out here that was demonstrating lawfully and under the law. I am still out here today. I'm doing it because there's not a damn thing Chatham County Police Department can do about it. I am press credentialed, and in my personal capacity, I am able to protest as I see fit within the confines of the law. As you see, I am on what? Public easement. Public easement. This is owned by the county. This is owned by, and I guarantee they had federal funds coming in here. So that means anybody can stand here. Anybody. Not just the citizens of Georgia. That's how it works. That's how it works. So Police Chief Hadley, my suggestion to you would be, instead of protecting baby abusers and drug addicts, maybe you should start protecting the people that are upset that you're allowing baby abusers and drug addicts on your street here in Chatham County. That would be my suggestion to you. You hear what I'm saying? So this is about justice for Quentin. Okay, these are beautiful shirts. I believe she was Tina that made them for me. I've got her thing in there. I just want to thank you for sending these out to us. We are wearing them. We are representing them. But this is Bullhorn Betty reporting in front of 535 Buckhalter Road. This is the place where a 20-month-old child was abused for a very long time. A 3-year-old child was abused for a very long time. And they had a 4-month-old baby that couldn't even talk. And I keep wondering what types of abuse they had. I had big posters blown up of Quentin. And this showed a big old bruise on his face. It showed purple marks on his arm. It showed purple marks on his leg, and still nothing. No charges. She peed dirty. No violation of probation. We keep trying to figure out, why is Chatham County Police Chief Hadley protecting this disgusting family so much so that he would rather throw good guys in jail than the bad guys in jail? We have followed the law. They have put us in danger. They failed to protect us. We had no choice but to protect ourselves, and that resulted in a lady having a bullhorn ripped out of her hand after she tried to assault multiple people. But again, they failed. They would have sat out 50 calls, by the way, 50 calls. If they would have put an officer out here to protect us and see what was really going on, I guarantee Jimmy would have never gone to jail. But again, they failed to protect us in a specific reason to try to thwart our constitutional rights. They just didn't show up. They didn't show up unless somebody on the other side of the country called them on the phone and said, oh my God, this stuff is going on. It wasn't coming from here. These were other YouTubers doing that. And they weren't even in this town. And what the problem is here is the police chief does not understand. We're very, very powerful on YouTube. Very powerful. You don't get to be seen by only 2,200 people online. You are literally seen. Let me tell you, since I've been here, we've had over 750,000 views. 750,000 views. That on this channel is more than all of the media around here combined. All of them. And that's why you get the assault from the media. They're not coming out. You know what? I learned a long time ago, whenever you have, there's only been one media professional that has come up and asked me for my side of the story. Just one. Just one. And it aired on channel 22. All these other news outlets, not one person has reached out to me for my side of the story. That goes directly to the integrity of those news stations, because that shows you right there. They're not trying to find out the truth out here. They're not trying. They're driving only the narrative of the police chief. That's it. They're only driving the narrative of the police chief. And that's a shame. And that's what you guys are getting on your news. You got them working for the police chief. So guess what? Do you think if the police chief is lying to you, do you think your media is going to be truthful to you? No. I'm curious, has any of these local news outlets done any public record requests on body cam footage? Have they even went through the hours of streaming on the Bullhorn Betty channel to find out what happened? Because we stream out here all the time, and you see me just like I am today, directly in front of your face. I'm not out here. If I see them, they flip me off and call me a bitch. But you bet your ass I'm calling her a bitch or a C, but right back. You bet your ass, because I'm allowed to. I can do that, and so can anybody else. Law enforcement will not thwart my right to my mouth. They will not thwart my right to publicly protest in my profession or my personal capacity, and they will not thwart my right in my professional capacity to bring this kind of information directly to you. So this is just a shout out to the police chief. I will not have you intimidate me ever again. You've got Dolly. He's scared to come here. He's scared your people are going to plant something on him because they've already lied under oath about what happened out here. They said he was disorderly. That man never raised his voice. Never raised his voice to law enforcement. He ripped a bullhorn out of a lady's mouth that tried to hit a woman with it. He wanted to make sure that she was not going to be using that as a weapon again. And you know why? Because you failed your job. That's why. You failed at protecting everybody out here. You failed, not us. That is what you did. All morning, and yeah, we're not interested in going anywhere with anybody. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. Keep up the good fight. Keep it up. It's about quitting. Just remember, it is about quitting. It's not about me. Okay, I appreciate it. We work, and as you know, we work here, right? Trust me, I'm used to that kind of shit right there. I understand. Right. But you know what? At the end of the day, we were unmonetized, so people started stealing our shit monetized. So again, I'm not the one blocking traffic out here. I'm not the one impeding in there. I am in my professional press capacity, and we have been literally on news for 5 minutes. So we do have an officer out here. We're going to see what he has to say and get the information that we need to have. Hopefully they're properly trained in the law here, because hello, Mr. Roberts, how you doing? I'm here as press. I'm running a live segment, and then we'll be out of your hair. My name is Andrew Griffin. I press with the Bullhorn Betty channel as well as the U.S. Press Corps.
How long are you going to be here?
I don't know, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. All right, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we've already talked to the ACLU.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're well aware of what our rights are.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep that informed. So you said 15 minutes?
15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I am press, and I'm acting in my professional capacity. And there is yeah, that's the kind. That's the kind.
Across the street. You do not have to be that social.
No, I'm just she's on drugs.
That's invading their personal space.
Yep, she just did it to me.
I need you to go back to
No, we were over here. You walked over here. Here's Billy Joe. It doesn't matter.
7 p.m. 7 a.m.
And they have to have a permit.
No, we don't. Not according to the ACLU, we don't. No, not according to the ACLU. So we're definitely following the law as it's written. We're following the laws under Georgia, and we're following the laws of the county. So at this point, we're not being disruptive. We're not stopping traffic. We're on public property. If you'd like to go, I made a community post of the ACLU statement. If you'd like to see it.
Yeah, do you have that?
Mama, can I see your phone?
What is your phone?
I need it.
ACLU is exactly
The American Civil Liberties. They're can you give me the YouTube? Yes.
Readily.
Yeah, and it explains.
ACLU, but I will do double checking.
Yeah, and it's all about the protest and what our rights are as protesters. And you already know what my rights is as media, and we don't even have signs here as protesters. But as far as
we're media,
can you give me YouTube, please?
Sorry.
There
you go. You can search whatever
you
you
guys
want.
can't violate our rights. You know, and this is starting to encroach on civil liberties. What you guys are doing? Yeah, because we have rights to be here. We have even the protesters. Like I'm here in a professional capacity. But
and that information was given to you on yesterday, correct?
Here, First Amendment. And do we need? Here it is. Your rights. Hold on. Where's the? Let me see the one about the permits and things of that nature. Do I need a permit? Here it is. Do I need a permit? You need to read that. I do not need a permit to be here, and I definitely don't need to have a permit to be here as press. So I'm sorry, but you guys are violating our rights. Every time you come out here and you do this, you're violating our civil liberties.
We have ordinance in place where we can enforce parades and public.
Does this look like a parade? This is my team. This is my media team. So this is what you're causing.
Do y'all all have press badges?
They're under me. This is my photographer. This. So we got 4 people out
You
here.
said you'll be here for 15 minutes
Or 20 minutes.
All right.
So I'm being timed. I just want you guys to see I'm being timed.
It is now 12:39. You said 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes.
12:39. Let's say 11 o'clock. We'll be out of here by 11.
You already said 20 minutes.
See, there you go. Okay. Well, we got you recorded. Thank you. I appreciate your day. You got it. 20 minutes. No, 20 minutes. So I got another 20 minutes on here. It doesn't matter because they've already got my and you can tell your chief that this is my intent to sue too. I appreciate it. So again, we're not even out here protesting. I'm out here in a professional capacity and being told that I can't be here in a professional capacity on public property. And you guys all just witnessed this. This video here will be used here shortly. And again, we're tired of it. And we'll be back here in a couple weeks. And then when we come back here in a couple weeks, we're bringing our attorneys with us, and they'll be sitting out here with us to handle all this. This right here, you literally spent taxpayer dollars for that. Are you kidding me? But you won't pay taxpayer dollars to get a dangerous person that has abused children, has used drugs in front of those children, and God knows what else they saw, right? God knows what else they saw. And you're wasting tax resources. Those resources you said you don't have to put signs up to protect this disgusting family. And again, Billy Joe comes out high on drugs. high on drugs. And this is what police Hadley. So I'm starting to change my focus as to why police Hadley is being so lenient with this family and not applying this same standard to everyone. Another problem we're going to have. This is all provable in our videos. This is all provable in the body cam footage of this police department. This is all, with our documentation of what's going on here. I'm allowed absolutely to be here. Am I going to put myself in legal jeopardy? I should, because you know what? At the end of the day, if I go to jail, that even bolsters my complaint and my claim against this county. So, I'm tired of being pushed around. This police chief has no rights to tell me what I can and cannot do if I'm acting within a lawful manner. They're enacting county ordinances, and saying that trumps the state law, the state constitution, and everything else. And I don't get it. I really don't. And you see how fast people drive on here, and think about how many times Quentin and his brother Zane were let loose and were not attended, not watched, and just walking down this very, very busy road. So, we've got this. We got this covered. We're going to be reaching out to the ACLU and other constitutional attorneys to see at what point we can go ahead and file suit against this county. But I'm telling you, I'm not done here. What I saw here is disgusting, and it should literally outrage this entire community. This police chief is improperly filing inappropriate. Excuse me, not the police chief. His deputies are literally lying under oath on this, and we have caught them twice. So you know what that means? That means all these DA cases with at least those two deputies are going to have to deal with this, because they lied under oath. And every DA that takes a case from them, now their affidavits are going to be called into question because they lied under oath already. Every single time that they have submitted an affidavit for a criminal or an arrest, at least these two deputies or police officers are now going to be called into question for the simple fact that they have lied. They have lied. So guys, I am still out here reporting. I'm being strong-armed by law enforcement out here. My rights and my civil liberties have been jeopardized and violated. The rights of people out here that have been peacefully protesting have had their rights violated from this very, very police department. And I hope everybody, once I start getting this rolling, if you were out here and witnessed this stuff, I want you to come forward, because this is going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be a lengthy battle, but I am here for the long run. I am literally here for the long run, and actually might be so inclined to get an efficiency right here in Savannah, Georgia, so I can continue this fight right here as a citizen of this county with voting rights. It is my humble opinion that if you are in, well, good, somebody's going to be going to jail today. Somebody's going to be going to jail today. It's going to be a clown, a literally clown.
We're leaving in 5 minutes. Yeah, we're leaving in 5 minutes.
So we've got a clown here. That is, if he's peacefully protesting, he's going to have his rights violated too. So maybe we need to let the clown know that when his rights are violated, to give us a call. We'll add him to the lawsuit. So at the end of the day, we're here. We're here. There's no loitering. I'm not loitering. I mean, I would think loitering, I am covering a case. So they spend tax dollar money for that, but they don't have tax dollar money to go find Quentin. And you think I'm the problem here in this county? No, I'm the solution. I really am. And this is for the county commissioners. You've allowed this to happen in your community. You've allowed this, and you actually doubled down in his campaign to disrupt. Whether you like protecting the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution or whatever amendment it is here for Georgia, that's on you. But I can tell you, don't say you're for the people when you're not for the people. I suggest anybody that's in Savannah, Georgia, to fire their entire county commissioner body, the entire county. I don't care if there's a good one on there, the entire county commissioner body, and start anew. That's what you need to do. If you want to protect yourself, that's the only thing that you guys can do at this moment in time. The only thing. So again, we're coming back with very powerful attorneys, and we are going to rock the city or the county of Chatham. The Chatham County Police Department, you do not have the right to violate people's constitutional rights or civil liberties and say that you have that right. You do not have that right. So we will be back here with our attorneys, and we will be sitting right here in this lawn. And if you don't like it, follow the law, because I know I do.